My dear student, this is again Dr. Devanshu Shekhar Pramanik, reader in zoology. So, my dear student, first of all, I am welcoming you all firstly to the semester 4 classes, and again I am welcoming to this virtual classroom teaching also. So, again I want to say that students, fourth semester includes actually 3 core subjects. Fourth year, or that means fourth semester zoology honors actually includes 3 core subjects, the core 8, core 9 and core 10. Okay. So, core I shall start from core 8. Okay. So, core 8 actually includes the topics like anatomical organs or anatomy of the animal. So, before entering to this topic, to this subject, that is the subjects or topics of the core, that means core 8, I want to say some lines about different units of that core subject. The first of all, we shall discuss about the core 8 unit 1, and that unit 1 is actually includes the topics of anatomical or comparative anatomy of vertebrates. So, dear student, we know anatomy is the study of internal organs. We know anatomy is the study of internal organs, because the study of external organ is morphology and study of internal organ is called as anatomy. And now question arises, so what is the comparative anatomy? So, we, for example, I can say that I have one head, I have a leg, I have one ear. So, these are the morphological study, then you can say from your morphology. But if I say that I have a heart, I have lungs, I have kidney, then these are the anatomy. So, as a zoological student, first of all you should know the organs which are present in different organisms, either they are of same structural and functional, or same they bear same structure, or they are same as per their function. It is not true. In course of evolution, whenever the different animals evolved from the ancestors, at that time they actually adapted to a more and more complex environment, to a more and more complex habitat, and as per the habitat they actually develop the different organs which are very much adapted to that environment. So, that is why this is the topic, that is the anatomy or comparative anatomy in different vertebrates. So, again I want to say, so if I say about the vertebrate, then these vertebrates actually includes from fishes, this is the fish one, that is the fishes, then the amphibia, we have also studied in our previous classes amphibia, then reptile, then this is the reptile, then the aves or birds, and that is the mammal. So, these are actually the vertebrates, the fishes or the fish, the amphibia, reptile, aves and mammal. And in course of evolution, I can say that the fishes are the most what? The primitive one, or they are the first vertebrate of this world. So, in course of time this fish gave rise to amphibia, then the reptile, bird, mammal came to this earth, and these mammals are the most junior one. If I say they are the most junior one, and they, that means they arose or they came to this earth in later on, that means after the fish, amphibia, reptile and aves. So, if I say the comparative anatomy, then we in this class will discuss, about the structure or about the anatomical organs of fishes, amphibia, reptile, aves and mammal. Again I can say that all these vertebrates are again classified into 2 categories. The first one is called as Anamniota. So, you should remember this one. So, before entering into the topic, I am briefing some introduction about the topic. So, first one, so if I again say all about these vertebrates, so these are the vertebrates. So, out of that vertebrates, some are called as anamniota and some are called as amniota. So, according to the presence of one sac or membrane, that is the amniotic membrane or amnion. So, due to presence of amnion, so we are or some are amniota, and if the amnion is not present, they are called as anamniota. So, why I am telling about this one? Because if I say about a or if I say on a particular organ, then we can see that the structural pattern of this organ is to some extent similar in case of anamniota, and this is completely different in anamniota. Although the basic structure or structural pattern is same, but in course of evolution due to adaptation of different habitat, these organs are being changed to some extent. So, this is the topic or this is the discussion of these classes. So, now we shall start with the topic that is the main course in this core, that is the comparative anatomy of vertebrates, and we shall start different anatomical aspect of vertebrates. So, if I say different organs of vertebrate, just I am giving one idea about it, that is clue. That means in case of vertebrate, the important organs are, the first one is the integument. This is the integument. So, I shall discuss one by one. So, this is the integument. So, this is the first organ of the body, that means this organ actually uncovers our body. So, now question arises how these organs come. So, now I can say, for example, this is a cell. Okay. So, when a number of cells are aggregated, they actually form tissue. Again we know this is our concept, this is the tissue. And whenever a variety of tissues are assembled and they are performing a particular function, at that time they constitute one tissue system. So, this is the tissue system. So, when a number of tissue systems, so for example, this is one tissue system, this is another tissue system, and this is another tissue system. So, when a number of tissue systems are again aggregated, at that time they form one organ, and again when a number of organs are assembled, at that time they form the organ systems, and these organ systems constitute the body. That means inside our body a number of organ systems are there, and each system is performing a particular function. So, that is the division of labor. So, in our body, so if I consider this case, then in our body a number of systems are there. The first one and the most important one is the integument or integumentary system. This is a system. Okay, this is the integumentary system, and this system actually or this system bears a great role in our body, because this system is a system which actually uncovers our body, or this can say that this actually covers our body, that is integumentary system. This is the first system. So, then similarly we can say the second one is the digestive system. So, this is also a system. So, this is the digestive system. So, system means this is a machine, we actually perform a particular function. Okay. So, this is the system. The third system similarly is the respiratory system. So, this is also a system, respiratory. So, we shall discuss one by one. Then the fourth one is the circulatory system. This is the circulation or circulatory system. And the fifth one is the excretory system, excretory. So, this is the excretory system. Okay. So, then another one that is present in our body, that is called as reproductive system or genital system, that is the reproductive. And another system is also present in our body, that is called as nervous system. So, what I want to say that inside our body a number of systems are there. Each system is again consisted of a number of organ systems, and when these systems are present in our body and they are performing their functions, at that time I can say that we are alive, we are living. Okay. So, these are the systems. So, each system performs its function, which is known as physiology. For example, the digestive systems actually undertakes the work like digestion. So, digestion is the physiology. Similarly, respiratory system conducts the work like respiration. Okay. So, these systems are there in this core subject or in this subject, and we shall discuss one by one. So, our topic is to discuss about the comparative anatomy of each item or each system. So, today the first one is the integumentary system or integument. So, in this class we shall discuss about the integument or integumentary system. And before entering into the or before discussing about the comparative anatomy, first of all we should know what is the integument and what is the integumentary system. So now I am defining the integument. What is integument? So we know